Heat on your live.
Hello, everybody.
Let's see here.
Hello, everybody. We're live. Let's get started.
Bullyproof!
Kids! The future.
Hold on, can they not hear? Oh, you want your headphones, you're saying? Okay. Welcome, kids, families, friends. We can't see you guys, but great to see you.
Yeah, we can. We can see you guys.
We know.
We can see you. We know what you're doing.
If you're watching right now,
you're on your carpet.
Yeah.
You're on your mats, your hardwood floor.
If you're watching right now, and you're between the ages of 4 and 14 years old, we know a lot about you. We're very excited for you guys to be here. We hope you have as much fun learning jiu-jitsu at your certified training centers all over the world as we have teaching jiu-jitsu to kids. Now, as you can imagine, growing up in the Gracie family, when would you say? People always ask, hey, how old were you when you started jiu-jitsu?
We don't even remember. And we know that to be true because your son is 1.5 years old.
Yeah, Haven's
2 years.
Yeah, Haven's 4. Henson is 1.5.
He's 1.5. Yeah. How about
Henson does, and Henson gets down.
And he doesn't even know he's doing jiu-jitsu. So for someone to ask us, they can only ask us that because, and we can only truly answer that because we have seen 1.5-year-old, 2-year-old children exist in our family, and his son is in that age right now.
So if you started at 4 years old, or 5 years old, or 7, or 10 years old, no problem. You have your whole life, and every single adult in the world who does jiu-jitsu, tell me I'm wrong. Every single grown-up who started as a grown-up, they're jealous of you. They wish they would have started when they were 5 years old, or 7 years old. That's probably their number one regret as a grown-up when it comes to their hobbies.
Yeah.
Is I wish I would have started jiu-jitsu when I was younger. Because they wish they had jiu-jitsu when they were going through elementary school, middle school, high school. How good was it to know jiu-jitsu through high school? Be honest.
It was really good, but I think the reason why they say that is less about that and more about the fact that they could be much better in their performance
Today.
at 32,
It's true.
44, 53 years old.
Yes.
So they almost want to perform better on the mat today, so they wish they started younger. But it is true though that maybe they have even forgotten what their childhood was like. And there's no way of even knowing how much jiu-jitsu can help you through the ages, right? Through being a teenager and becoming an adult.
So you guys are very lucky, and
you have it.
right now you should turn to your parents and thank them. Right now, go ahead and thank them. Because if it wasn't for them, you wouldn't be doing jiu-jitsu, and your life would take a completely different path. What would our lives have been like if we weren't blessed with jiu-jitsu through all of our schooling into adulthood?
We have no idea.
We don't know. But how was your life?
Amazing. But we know it would be much different.
Yes.
We know that. Now there are some kids that don't even really want to be doing jiu-jitsu.
I know.
Their parents might even be forcing them
I
a
know.
little bit.
I don't like that.
And Jordan Collins comes to mind.
That's true.
Right? And even us.
Yeah.
We were forced.
There was a couple of years where I didn't want to go to class. I don't want to go to class.
And when we didn't want to go to class, we were told to stay in our room.
Yep.
And we didn't have any electronics. We didn't have any books. We literally had like a G.I. Joe and a Hot Wheel. We would sit in the room.
Or we agreed to go to class.
Or we would go. But many times we didn't go. We would
Yeah.
sit in the room from the moment that we would normally leave to class to the moment we would come home.
Yeah.
So let's say it's a 2-hour window.
Yeah, we're stuck
With
there.
nothing to do in our bedrooms at, I would say, 11 years old. Was probably the
So
age.
what are you
11.
saying?
So what I'm saying is that we were forced to do jiu-jitsu.
Yes.
If we didn't want to do it, we were, in a way, we were punished. And we know that some of you kids out there don't really want to be doing jiu-jitsu sometimes, but your parents, they put a little pressure on you. But they're doing that because they see the bigger picture. They understand how the tools that you're going to be learning while learning jiu-jitsu you're going to carry with you for the rest of your life. So be patient with them. Be a little frustrated, but then when you do jiu-jitsu, and because a lot of times you don't want to do jiu-jitsu, but then you go and you do it with your parent or at a school, at your gym, and then you feel good. Remember that feeling. Remember how it felt when you learned a new technique, when you had some good conversations with your coach, with other kids. So take the good feelings and thank your parents, even in your moments of frustration, trying to find a little bit of where they're coming from in terms of wanting to give to you.
Yeah, I always put it in the same category as learning how to swim, learning how to ride a bike, learning how to eat healthy foods, how to have good rest, and live a responsible life. Jiu-jitsu just falls in that category of something you just need to know to protect yourself, because one day someone is going to try to take something that's yours, and you're not going to want to let them have it. And when you say, no, you can't have that, and they say, yes, I'm taking it, guess what happens?
Yeah, and this doesn't just happen when you're 10, 14, 17 years old. Someone will want to take something from you even into your adulthood, even when you become 32 years old and you're working or you're going to college,
Yes.
You're 22 years old in college. Even as an adult, people will take things from you. And there are adults all around the world, there are grown-ups that people are taking advantage of them and taking things from them and doing things to them that they don't want.
Yes.
And those adults don't have the
ability
confidence,
to say no.
the ability, the skills, the techniques to say no and set that boundary. But you're building that right now in your living room with your parents.
We're very proud of you guys. Thanks for being here. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to start class like we do with every class. Animal warm-up, some movements right here. Then we're going to get into our responsibility, sit-down circle talk. We want to hear your thoughts. And then we want to get into some techniques. And the techniques are going to be practiced between two kids or a parent and a child. And if your parent doesn't currently do jiu-jitsu, look at them, smile, and say, hey, Mom, Dad, today's the day where you do your first jiu-jitsu class with
That's
me.
obvious.
I know, I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
Right? It's crazy. Some parents do jiu-jitsu, some parents don't. If they don't, get them down on the floor. They're getting down with you today. We're going to show some very fun exercises. And if there's some kids who are watching right now who've never done jiu-jitsu before in their lives, this is brand new to them. We're excited to have you guys here. We know a lot of you are locked up at your houses. You can't go out and play like you normally would, but we're going to have fun indoors today. So you're going to learn some amazing techniques, and hopefully you'll join us next weekend when we get down again and show you even more techniques. Animal movement. Which one do you want to start with, you said?
I think that we can start with first. It's a good, what do you call it, the cockroach?
Yes, the cockroach.
Henry calls it the cockroach, and our friend Mike showed us this as an exercise. And this idea of without using your elbows or your feet, but moving your hips and your shoulders. Your hips and your shoulders. And going in a full circle, hips, shoulders, hips, shoulders, hips, shoulders. And that type of movement, yes, it burns. You do 2 of those in each direction, and you're going to feel the burn.
So you guys, everyone get down right now. Watch you I'm doing this. If you need a little help, you can use one foot on the ground to help pivot. Go, move in a circle.
You can use one
foot. If you use your foot a little bit, you can do that and pivot around.
Yes.
But the harder, the more advanced variation is
move my hips, and then my shoulders move. Hips, shoulders.
Go.
Hips, smooth. Shoulders, hips, shoulders. Then the other way. Hips, shoulders, hips, shoulders, hips, shoulders. You can find a certain I don't want this. Although this is a great movement, this is not what we're doing right now. What we're doing is we're walking with our hips leading the way. Hips.
Go guys, circle. You guys should be doing it. Everyone's doing it.
Shoulders.
Doing it.
Shoulders. Hips.
Okay. How's your stomach feel?
I did 2 to each side.
Okay, lay down.
That's enough for the day.
Let's do that back roll right here. Lay down real quick.
So a back roll. So being able to roll, a forward roll and a back roll.
Let's show them. So forward roll one time, just so I can show them, is this idea of rolling forward, boom, but also this ability to roll backwards. And rolling is something so important in terms of breaking falls and falling safely. So teach them how they can work with their child to help do the back roll right now.
So a parent will be above the child's head, and the child is going to put their arm out to the side and look at your arm. One arm is out. And now I'm going to bring as I keep looking this way, my head moves away a little bit. So I'm going to roll over this extended arm's shoulder. And I bring both my legs up, and now my parent grabs my legs and pulls my legs, boom, and rolls me to my knees. It's obviously very important that you don't roll directly over your neck. So
that's a good indicator, right?
Change the angle one time.
Yeah. Change the angle a little so you guys can see. The key is that they look, parents, at their own hand, and then when you pull their legs, you're pulling it over that hand, that arm, not over their head.
And they're rolling over the shoulder that they're looking at.
So the knees don't land over his head, the knees land over the arm. So bringing it up
Some
slowly.
children might be able to do it by themselves. Go for it.
If you can do it alone, look at what it looks like. Go for it once. Look. Boom. If you can't do it by yourself, also. Look. Then parents, you're going to facilitate by just grabbing wherever they are and then slowly pulling as they keep looking, and they go right to their knees. And you can do the other side, if you want. You know, straightens the other arm, looking towards the leg. Look, and I'm right here on the side. Up comes the leg. We can grab it slowly, pull it to his knees, and then going back. And then after a few times practicing parent and child, you can see it. Then you put their arm out, lift to the leg. You can sit up and even get a little.
Start from sitting right here. Same thing. I push off my feet, so I have a little bit of momentum now, and I roll.
Awesome.
So like Henry mentioned, this kind of stuff right here can really save your neck in terms of not getting folded and your neck being hurt in the middle of training jiu-jitsu or even in life. These people lose their balance all the time, and being able to fall and tuck your head and fall safely is very important.
Can I say something?
Yes.
You guys, I had an accident. I got hit by a car when I was 12 years old.
Where was that?
It was right outside our cul-de-sac where we lived in Mom's house. It was coming outside. I turned this corner very irresponsibly. I was on one of those moped scooters that had a little engine, a legit gas engine. And I was coming around this corner, totally irresponsible. I couldn't see around the corner, so I didn't know what was going to be there. As soon as I turned the corner, there was a car coming the opposite direction. So it was just irresponsible to turn a corner where I couldn't see what was on the other side of the corner. So I'm on the moped, and I'm over here, and I'm riding, boom, boom, boom. I turn the corner, there's the car. The car was slowing down, so it was coming to a stop sign. But I was too late. I already was coming straight head on, so I jumped. I landed on the hood, the top of the front of the car. I boom, and then I fell down, boom, and I rolled on the actual street after hitting the front of the car. I got up, I looked around, no bones, nothing broken. The person who was driving the car was like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And in my mind, I was thinking, chill out, it was my fault.
Like, yeah, you were a kid, but how old were you?
12.
You're a kid, so.
In my mind, I was like, hey, stop stressing, it was my fault. So yes, they were very concerned, but I ran into them. It was my bad 100%, but I learned 2 things that day. Number 1, don't ever turn blind corners, especially when you're going against traffic. Against traffic, the opposite. I turned near side.
No.
Number 2 is learn how to roll. Forward and backward. Got to practice your rolls, you guys. You got to practice the tuck and roll. Were you wearing a helmet? That's number 3 lesson.
Number 3 lesson, always wear a helmet.
You guys, it was so bad.
But were you wearing a helmet?
No.
So,
But because of jiu-jitsu, I survived. Now, the reason jiu-jitsu and learning how to roll is not an excuse not to wear a helmet. And now I skateboard my son, who today is learning. He gave my son a skateboard yesterday. He gave Haven a skateboard. Batman. Haven's like the happiest kid in the world right now at home skateboarding. And we got our helmets on, and I was skateboarding with Haven today. And I'm a good skateboarder, blue belt, 2 stripes. And I was wearing my helmet, Haven's wearing his helmet, so I make up for it now. But kids, wear your helmet. No excuse. It's your head. You only have 1 chance to protect the coconut. Okay, let's do it. Last one, animal movement, then we get practice with some techniques. Watch this. This one is a new challenge, you guys. I want everybody to stand up and find a line. I'm going to use my mat line right here. This is actually a challenge, okay? I'm going to use my mat line. You can use any line you want. It could be like this. Look, you can find a little edge or a crack or a line in the floor. I want you to use both big fingers and grab onto your big toes. Look, here or here. So I'm grabbing my 2 big toes, grab onto them. And what you have to do now is just jump over the line. But instead of just regular jump, look, you have to hold both toes, don't let go, and jump over without letting go or without ripping your toes off of your feet. I'll do it
don't
this way.
rip your toes off your feet.
Look, hook your toes. You have to jump all the way over the line without actually touching them. Parents, you have to try this one also. Anybody who can jump over the line without letting go of the toes gets a bonus point on your character development. Get Gracie game day sheet, okay? Speaking of which, responsibility, and then we're going to talk a little responsibility here for 5 minutes, and then we're going to get into some techniques, you guys, that parents and children can do together. After you guys practice to jump over the line, so make sure you guys try that. But let's get into responsibility. Talk to me about, right now, the state of affairs and responsibility as they should be considering on the highest level.
So I have 2 kids.
Acknowledge the apology because people are saying, so just tell them the truth. They would know, so they make it better on their side. Just so
I see. So some of you guys are saying that you can't hear us perfectly well. We're going to try to speak as loudly as we can. But on your guys' side, boost the audio. Go into YouTube, go into the little audio widget there and boost the audio, or turn up your computer or TV as much as possible. And hopefully this works. Okay, depending on your computer, boost the audio the best you can in your computer, in your TV, whatever the preferences are, you guys. Get it up there, and we'll sit closer and try to help them understand.
So I have 2 children. They are 7 and 5 years old right now this month. And we've traveled a lot, right, throughout the years. Their whole lives traveling for jiu-jitsu and so on. Yes. And I have made a point to always remind them to wash their hands. I'm talking 2-3 years ago, so much hand washing that they even look at me like, Dad, again hand washing before every meal, especially when we come home. So there's so much emphasis on hand washing that I felt even a certain frustration towards hand washing. And now with the current situation of this coronavirus,
Right.
I see that my kids are almost taking hand washing and they've made it their own. So they now come home and they say, Dad, we gotta wash our hands before we do anything. So this is a reminder to all of you kids that washing your hands, from what we're learning, washing your hands is very important to keep you from getting sick, especially before putting your hands in your mouth and touching your face. So you can't wash your hands too much, especially before meals and before bedtime. Before you come home into the safe place of your home, wash your hands.
There you go. You go out, you touch the whole world. When you come back, number one, wash your hands and wash it. Not put it under the water, rinse, and go. And we're talking put the soap on first, put a little bit of water, and then without the water, you gotta just go. With all the cracks, front, back, finger, thumb, every single finger's gotta get some love, little by little, front, back, sing happy birthday twice.
Yes.
And then rinse it off, all good, all the way up your wrist. Don't just wash the hand, wash the back of your hand, wash your wrist, and then go on and carry on your life inside your house. But just make sure, you guys, right now, especially with the virus going around, it's never been so important.
And it's a habit that you can, even beyond this virus, because this will pass. The coronavirus will pass and we'll be back into business how we've always been, back into the swing of things. But build the habit for the rest of your life, like I believe I have. And remember, most of you that are kids have had days where you felt a little bit sick. And it's not comfortable. It's not pleasant. You've been sick. You've been in bed 2-3 days, throwing up. And just remember those times. And if you can do a little bit of effort, build a simple reflex like washing your hands, and it can eliminate you potentially being sick, why not do it?
Love that. Okay, let's do some jiu-jitsu. Okay, what we'll do is we'll start from the mount position today. We'll do mostly mount focus. And then next week we'll change the position. So parents, we're going to have you down. We're going to have the child mounted. And the goal today is as we're demonstrating these techniques, we're going to be showing them, and we want you guys to do them as we're doing them. So lay down, find the spot on the carpet, on the mat if you have one, whatever you got, and get in the position, and then we'll demonstrate the drill. Parents on the bottom, child on top, and we'll demonstrate the exact exercises, and then we'll go through and add some fun details. The mindset for today is for little champs and junior grapplers. We're going to have a lot of fun. For Black Belt Club, if you guys are more advanced, you should be joining our 3 o'clock seminar, which is the Adult Advanced Seminar, which you have access to that link as well, so you should be good to go. This is more for little champs and junior grapplers with not years and years of experience to make sure that our basics are dialed in really tight. So parents, get down. Children, we're going to mount. Start low. We'll start with some swims and some side-to-side hand pushing. So when you're mounted, he don't here on his knees. This is called the mount. Knees down, hands out, starting low. If you sit up tall, kids, if you're like this, you're very easily going to get pushed off and you're going to lose your position. So right away, he don't want to lay low, hands out, body low, like this. Airplane base, we call it, where he has his hands very wide like an airplane. Bottom person from here. You're going to come in and you're going to push their body side to side. You don't going to hug my neck. 1, 2, 3, 4. So every time I push him side to side, he's hooking my neck and he's staying connected. If he didn't do that, even though he's low, he's still disconnectable to the side against someone, a bully who might be much stronger. So we've got to grab the neck. Parent, lift your head off the ground so they can grab the neck more easily.
And sometimes if you push me again, go ahead. It might be my hand. That's okay. I would like the arm. It might not even be that. Go ahead. I might grab the jacket. I might grab someone's clothing. Anything is better than nothing. Connect up here and have a post.
Boom. So he's hugging my neck. His hand is out. Other side. Hug my neck. Hand is out. Now from here, one thing that the bully might try right here is to try to take this arm and go like this. Boom. That's a very, so parent, do that to your child. Come out the top, over
Slowly,
the top,
carefully.
Break this arm down and trap it. And then it's going to be stuck. Now the reason this is so bad is from here, I can throw Hito this way now and roll him off and escape his mount. So when we play this game right here, parent, as your hand comes out, watch what Hito's going to do. He's going to quickly swim right inside and I can't wrap his arm. So kids, when you're on top, as the parent comes out, that's the game right here. If I'm going to try to wrap this arm, he's going to make sure that I can never wrap it because he's always just too strong and too fast right there. I push him the other way. Boom. I try to wrap. He swings. Boom. He's always on the inside. Other side. Look how low he's staying the whole time, you guys. Always low. Head hug. Hand out. Try to wrap the arm. Don't let him, kids. Wrap quick. Boom. And then what might happen, sometimes if you let go of the neck, you do this. Look, I push him up. And if he doesn't know what to do, he's gonna eventually go. But he's gonna show us how to swim. Check it out.
One hand at a time. I turn my shoulders and I bring one arm through and then my other arm through.
Boom.
Pushes me again, right near my shoulders. Turn. Whatever shoulder I put back, that arm swims through. And then I turn the other one, other arm swims through. Again.
Let's try it a few times, parents. You're pushing, kids, you're swimming. And show them some common mistakes.
Some kids want to do this and swim both hands. It may work sometimes, but it's also a little bit more difficult because there's not as much space. But when I turn my body and I slice one hand at a time, it's easier to slip through and get low again. And once I get low, I can even hug his neck. Because now, push me now.
I can't.
You can't push me anymore.
Excellent. Now, show them a little bit. You guys, this is a little more advanced. But while you're low controlling someone, the only way to get better control than with the hands that we're doing right now is with the legs. So put both hooks in. Look at this, you guys. And let's show them what might happen if you don't have hooks. Knees forward. Watch. Hug my neck, hand out. Let's say he's here. Let's say he's right here, and his knees are out normal like this. The risk is, even though he's hugging my neck and I can't push his body, what I can do is this. Boom. Just throw his hips straight off the top. You don't have to do that, parents. So full mount. To prevent that, look what he does. He's going to shoot both of his legs in and hook my legs right there. Just kind of hook at my ankles near my calves.
My feet are together.
Yep. Locking that in. And now, kids, drive your hips right here. You know you're doing it right. If you put your hooks under, put them on top completely wrong. Like this. Kids, not like this. Not like this. This is called the frog mount. Don't do that. Go under. You want to put your hooks inside. And the best indicator that you have good hooks is if you can take both knees off the ground. Oh man, now all his weight is right here. I wish he was a kid, but he's just a big kid. Look, now his knees are floating, but all his weight is on my hips. Parents, once they do that, I want you to check. Try to see like this. Touch the knees. See if they're floating, everybody. Check your partner's knees right here. And now, try to push them off. Drive more hips. Look, there's no way you can disconnect this guy off the ground. And then maybe try to surprise him right here. Give me that. Give me that. Other side. Look, push him the other way. Give me this. Boom, other side. Very good. And then maybe the swim, yeah. Look.
So when you push up on my chest, I then went to my knees for more balance, turned my shoulders, slice, and then I'm back low.
What if this person down here gets so desperate? Come here. They're like, I'm going to roll.
Boom. I lift my knee up. So anytime his hand, if this arm comes through, freeze, and it crosses this border right here, he's now telling me he wants to roll to his side. So with my hands in the ground, I lift up my leg on the side he's rolling towards, and I put this knee near his neck. Now as he rolls, I can give him a little space and follow him. And then here, and I end up right here back in the mount. If he rolls the other way, my other leg is up. This is called the bulldozer.
All you guys are doing this right now. One hand on the ground, one hand pushing. Show them. The most common mistake is that people put that hand on my body also, and now it's hard for you to move that knee.
Yes, it's nice to have my hand on the ground and my foot so that this knee can move as he rolls. Now, kids can do a little bit of this even. Roll again. Like almost like my leg is a little bit heavy. And it slows you down. Go ahead and roll.
It's hard.
Like
it carries him.
I'm allowing Henner to pull me. He's carrying me.
It's so hard.
Makes him helps him burn more energy. Now he switches again. I switch and I switch. Now of course, just to be clear, those of you who have not seen this move before, if this is new for you, I don't lift up my leg and he starts to roll. Go ahead. Now he has rolled onto my leg. Freeze. Because he rolled on my leg, I got pulled over, and now I'm on the bottom.
Boom, he might crush you. So kids on the top, let's make sure you open the front leg. So here's a good little drill. Even before we get into the roll, let's do a little speed drill of just putting the correct leg up.
Yeah, so
get over here, and boom, 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 boom.
So the more weight you put on your hands, kids, roll that way slow, it allows my legs to jump into position. The heavier the hands are, the lighter the legs will be.
Watch this. Quick, leg up. Boom, other side. Boom. Boom. And then I roll. He lets me go. He's helping me roll. Go, go, go. Boom. And then as we switch sides, watch his legs switch. Other leg up. Pushing me over. Riding with the bulldozer here. And then once I space him, he goes back to the full mount. And then ideally, back to that connected position. If you're laying, kids, if you lay very low, you can even try this right now. Rotate a little. Kids, lay very low. Hug the neck. Hand out. And squeeze your body so tight that parents, try to bring your hand through.
Not easy.
Let me try.
Not easy.
You see, I can only bring my hand through the center. If he sits up, open up a little. Like there's space. Now I can go. Or if you tickle. Or if you tickle.
No tickling.
So kids, try one time where you hug each other's necks right there, and you get so low. Look, he's so heavy, so smashing with his body, that if I try to bring my hand through, and plus the hooks. He's doing the hooks. Yeah. He's just so tight on the connection. I can't cross the center line. I can't go. So that's when I get exhausted, and I go from there. Good.
One more mount control?
Yes.
Knee on stomach?
Yeah, it's advanced.
So here we are.
It's very advanced, you guys.
So sometimes when you're in the mount, I'm out here, hands out wide. This person on top, on the bottom, may begin to push my knee. Okay, maybe an attempt to slip their leg out, go again. Or just to push my leg, and I can use this as an option. So from the mount, I jumped off to what we call knee on stomach, knee on belly. So now with both my hands on his shoulders and my leg up and a lot of weight right here on the stomach, I keep my balance. And then from here, watch. My back leg moves in, I jump back to the mount. So once again, Henner pushes my knee free. With my hands on the ground, I'm going to jump both legs to the back side. He's pushing over here, so I jump the other way. One leg lands up, one knee across the belly, hands out. Check my base a little bit.
And kids, you're going to have the most success balancing on the person when you put both hands on the shoulders, all the weight on the stomach, and lift your hips up a little bit, so you're very much like flat over the top right here.
Instead of sitting down,
then you're going to follow your heel.
Mm-hmm.
So I call it the coffee table. You want to lift your hips up and almost flatten your back, so you can have a little coffee table right here. Yeah, you're holding me down.
Like, don't bug me.
Yeah, stop bugging me. Now, watch, as I circle, you guys, watch Hito's leg. This is so important. All the weight is on my belly, and as I circle, his outside foot will move out little by little. Look. That's the key. So all of you right now are doing this. Shin across the belly. Stand up, please. Look, so when he places the shin, it goes right across where my belt is, okay, right across the waist. Both hands on the shoulders, all the weight here. Posture the body up, leaning over the top, hips up, and then that foot's out there for base. And now we move, boom, 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 control, control. And when he's ready, hands to the ground, goes back to the mount.
Watch how my back leg moves first, and then I jump back to the mount.
Boom. And then from there, now we'll do it again. As I push the knee, pay attention. So bottom person, parent, pushing the knee. Top kid, slowly, hands to the ground, dismount to the opposite side of the knee push. So if I push here, he's going to jump off the back side. So I start to push, there it is, he's off. Knee on belly, shoulder pin, nice posture. And the only time you would let go of the shoulders is if you felt you needed balance over here. So let's say I grab Hito and I throw him across, he'll put his hand out for base. Otherwise, he's right on the shoulders, he can even grab onto my jacket or my backpack, and now he's got a great control. And what's the other benefit of this position besides the fact that
I can put my hands on your chest, push up, stand up, and leave.
And when would leaving the fight be appropriate or necessary?
Or maybe I just need to control you for 10, 20 seconds. Maybe you were bothering somebody else. Maybe I pulled you off somebody else. You were bugging another kid. I pulled you off. I pinned you down. And I said, hey, stop bugging him.
Right.
And then you agree to stop bugging him?
Yeah,
hey,
no, man, I
agree.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Once he agrees, now I can push up, stand up, and leave.
Just a great control position. Let's practice it. Okay. Evandro, come here. Let's do this super safe. Look, you guys, this is a great time to explore what Hito just said. We need another kid.
We need someone to bully.
We need someone to get beat up. Even though he's also bully-proof. Don't have any doubts about it. So let's say Hito is beating up this kid, Evandro, and I'm the kid who sees this happening. When we talk about responsibility, we don't just mean wash your hands, eat healthy. We also mean you have to help kids who don't know jiu-jitsu, help them not get beat up. So with great power comes great responsibility. The question is, how would you guys help this kid if this kid was punching him in the face violently or just poking him? Or tickling him, I see.
Okay.
So the question is, what would you guys do if you were me? If you said, hey, get off of him. Hey, oh my gosh. What if I just like, get off of him, man, I'm serious. Oh, man. Somebody help, like.
Somebody helps me.
He needs help. He goes, how can I help him?
Jump on my back, jump on my back. Pin me down, jump on my back.
I don't understand, you guys. I need a method to get this guy out without crushing my best friend down there. Okay? So here's what we're going to do. Check this out. We're going to come in over here. We're going to take one arm, grab it, run it all the way around, and then pull. And now we got him down right here. We're going to control. Stay right here. And now I control the same way we just talked about. Hey, get away, boy. You chill? All right, you chill. Hey, what are you doing? Doesn't matter. Listen, I don't know that kid, but you can't beat him up like that.
You just said he was your best friend.
I was just saying that so you let him go.
Okay. He's let me go. Fine.
Let's drill that one more time in slow motion, and then we can show you guys. And if you guys have 3 people, parents, mom, dad, kid, brother, sister, if there's 3 of you, you guys can do it all together. Let's turn the heads, bros, this way. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Look, so full mount, this is what's happening. Someone's getting beat up. How can we use alavanca? Leverage. To pry this person off against their will and protect this kid. Does it matter if we know this kid, yes or no? It doesn't matter if you know this kid. You help them regardless. So we come into the situation, I see the punching happening. Look, right away I'm going to grab one arm. Just grab it and then slide to the wrist, 2-on-1. Now I take the arm, I don't go around the front, I come around the back. Once I pass his legs, look, I pull the arm over here at 7 o'clock. I pull the arm. After I pull him off, he gets away. I go right into knee on belly, shoulder control, foot out for base. And we ride the bull right here. Boom. Just ride a little bit, control. We're just staying here, safe, but chill out, bro. I know, I'm sorry I had to do that to you. Okay, I need you to chill out, stop beating kids up in school. You feel me?
Yes, yeah, I'm gonna keep bugging.
All right, but we're not going anywhere. Someone call the cops, please. This guy needs some help.
Now,
yeah, we're staying here till the cops get here.
Now, if necessary, you can also jump to the
To the full mount. For even more control, we can get low. Use your hooks, pressure, hand out, and then wait till help arrives. Whether it's a principal, whether that's a police officer, right? If the kid's not going to cooperate, that's our policy. Hey, you're going to leave the kid alone? No, get off me. I'm going to beat you up. All right, well, you're going to stay here for a little longer, my friend. A little longer. So when you want to practice parents, if there's only 2 of you in the house, they're kind of like, how can we do this, right? So watch, you don't do it one time to me. So I'm here, I'm beating. All you have to do is beat up imaginary Bubba. Grab a pillow, or start punching it. Start punching it. He grabs the wrist, he walks past, pulls straight back, and then I, boom. And now right there, he drops in, shoulder control, knee on belly.
Hey, calm down.
Hey, man, all right.
Hey.
Get off me, man.
You gonna stop bugging Bubba?
Listen, bro, listen, all my life I got bullied. Now, I feel like I have to bully other kids to feel good about myself. Let me go.
Okay, actually, you know what? That's actually a great story. I'm gonna let you go.
Okay.
But first, calm down a little bit.
Listen, man. You don't know what it's like to be me, man.
Hey, take some deep breaths.
I just got beat up a lot, and now I feel like if I beat other kids up, I'll feel better about it.
Breathe. Okay. I'm gonna let you go.
What do you guys expect?
Okay, I'm gonna let you go. Come on up. I can hear it.
You guys, everyone wants to know, everyone always asks, when we do situations, they always ask, what if after you let him go, he attacks you again?
Then you
more jiu-jitsu practice.
do the move again.
You guys, it's great. No
But it's-
problem.
But I think it's unlikely though.
Why so unlikely? I talk from the perspective of the bully.
Because if it worked once, I think that the bully is imagining that it will happen to them again. If the technique they
I see what you're
use
saying.
against the bully works successfully,
That's true.
the bully doesn't see that as, you know what, let me try it again, it's going to work better the next time.
They don't want any more where that came from.
No, they're going to go find somebody else who they believe doesn't have the techniques.
Yes.
They're going to leave you alone.
Easier target. It's very simple, you guys.
Especially when you don't hurt the bully. All you're doing is
It's
controlling the bully. You're just holding them down, knee on belly, mount control, and then you say, I'm going to let you go. Can you please stop bugging me or the other kids?
Yeah.
It's a very simple agreement. Now, they are a little bit embarrassed.
Right.
The bully's a little bit embarrassed because you put the bully on their back and they don't like that. But, you know, I think it's not as embarrassing as if, let's say you would have hit them.
Right.
If you start hitting them in the face, then you're almost crossing the line. So don't hit them and it should be good.
Excellent, you guys. We talk about responsibility. Responsibility is standing up for yourself. It's standing up for others who don't have the ability to protect themselves and doing it non-violently, right? Neutralizing fire with water instead of with more fire. Fight fire with water. Jiu-jitsu, you control them. You don't have to become the bully to neutralize the bully. And today we talked about several control tactics that will help you do that. Take the person down, get on top of them, control them. Eventually they're going to fight a little bit. It's okay, I give up. That's the most likely event. Okay, get off me, I give up. Like you don't say, I'm going to let you go, but you need to chill out a little bit. You need to calm down before I let you go. Okay, I'm sorry. And then you help them up, and if they attack you again, which is 1% chance, you deal with it. Chances are, not only will they not attack you again, chances are they're going to want to be your friend after this.
But that's up to you.
I know.
You as the jiu-jitsu representative, you as the person that came and saved the day, you have to be open to them being your friend. How you talk to them in that moment, how you say, hey, You know, are you gonna stop doing that? And they say yes. Say, okay, thank you for stopping. Okay, what's your name?
Yes.
You ask them what their name is, you talk to them a little bit, now they have a window to become your friend. But
Yeah.
if you say, hey, don't do that again, you're stupid, and then you walk away, now the child feels like there's not a window to connect with you. So you becoming their friend, or at least an acquaintance,
Right.
right? At least have, know the other person and build some respect between the two of you does not hurt at all. And this is the kind of stuff, these control techniques and this way of communicating with somebody is what we would do if we found ourselves in a fight tomorrow.
Even with grown-ups.
If you fought, let's just say, one of their parents
I love your parents. I wouldn't fight them.
at a grocery store,
Yeah.
and the parent took the last avocado,
Then we're gonna fight.
and then what would you do though? You wouldn't punch the parent.
No. Take
You
down.
would take the
control.
parent down and mount them, and you
Boom.
control the parent.
Mainly the arm that has the avocado would get isolated,
Yes.
and I would take back what is rightfully mine.
30, 40 seconds of control.
Yes.
And then the parent would say, okay, you can have the avocado.
Yeah, Henry, you can have it.
Now
I'm
remember,
sorry.
the avocado was yours because you had actually already put it in one of those little
Yeah,
bags.
I already had it, and then I put the clear bag down
And they took it
to
out of
get
it.
my
You're
banana.
not just taking their avocado, that would be bullying.
No, I would never take someone's
Correct.
avocado. I had it already in one of those bags, and then I went to get a banana for Hidon,
But the point is,
and then they took it.
they took your avocado, you controlled them for 40 seconds. And then, once they calm down with your avocado, you stand up. And then you look at the parent, and you say, hey, what's your name? And then they tell you their name. And then before you know it, you build a connection with them.
Oh,
And then
good.
what do?
I say your son or daughter does jiu-jitsu. Oh my god.
And then you end up giving them the avocado.
Yes.
But the point is that this works even into adulthood. You're going to control the amount just like this.
You guys, adults are just grown-up children. We're all just big children. Okay? So we appreciate, now here's how it's going to work. If you guys practice all the moves that we did right now, or if you took note of them and you practice them after, or you watch this video back and as you watch it back, you practice all of these techniques, you're going to get credit for class on your actual bully-proof attendance card at your CTC when you go back. As long as you demonstrate these techniques, they're going to give you a check towards your next strike.
Mouse control focus.
Mount control focus was today's, and next time we'll do a different position. Every day we're going to change it a little bit, and they'll get a little more advanced as the weeks go on. But it's very important that you actually practice these, and you write down the date. Today's date, what you practiced, the names of the slices. So today we did spider hands, we did spider swim, we did hooks, we did bulldozer, we did neon belly, and we did super save. When someone's getting beat up, whether you know the child or not, responsible is to intervene and put out the fire. Even though you didn't start the fire, you can help put out a fire that has nothing to do with you, per se. All right, so you're gonna get credit for those classes, make sure you guys do that. But right now it's time for a giveaway, because a confident child is a bully-proof child. Okay, we're gonna hook you guys up. And we're gonna send this shirt, but it's not gonna be blank. The shirt that we send is actually gonna have
Some
your
avocado stain on it.
We're actually gonna put your name on it right here, on the back. Me and Hidon are both gonna autograph this to you. So we need to know your name, we wanna know how old you are, and we wanna know what CTC, which city you train at the Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Certified Training Center. Right now, parents, enter their name in the comments, name, age, and CTC.
Please only enter their name and age and CTC one time.
Yes.
Many of the people in the last giveaways were entering and copying and pasting names.
Don't
17,
flood the system. Do one
37
entry,
times.
and we're gonna choose someone. Name, age, CTC. If there's 2 kids in the household, put both names, both ages in the CTC. And if you have 2 kids, you get 2 t-shirts. We're gonna sign, personalize, and send your way so that everyone knows how you get down. You guys, Hidon has one more story to tell you guys before we break, and I'm gonna go pick a winner here. You guys gotta keep entering. Enter your things one time each, but everyone who's watching right now should enter their child's name, age, and CTC.
As the names are being entered, kids, I was telling a story the other day to my children and to Henner's son, Haven, and it was a story about, I was somewhere camping, I believe it was Yosemite type place, and there was a lake, and it was kind of swampy water, very, shallow lake, but lots of swamp around, lots of mud, and while playing there, away from a lot of adults, there was no adults, there was probably 7, 10 kids kind of scattered throughout. I saw this kid, I was about 11 years old. I saw a kid who had a stick that was about this long, and I think it was even sharpened or not, it was just a stick. And this kid was walking around, and there was a bunch of little frogs everywhere. Small little frogs, cool different colors, and I was catching the frogs and just admiring the frogs in their space. But I came across this kid who was killing the frogs. He would grab the stick and he would go, and he would smash the frogs or crush the frogs back into the mud, killing them or hurting them, who knows, but they were disappearing into the mud. And I saw him do this like 1 or 2 times, and my whole body was like I got angry, because I almost would get angry even at myself or my brothers for catching and putting too many frogs in a jar. I couldn't even do that for more than like, okay, I've had the frog for 3 or 4 minutes, let's release it. But this kid might have been a year or 2 older than me. He was a little bit bigger than me. He was smashing the frogs. So I couldn't believe it. Like how my body felt in that moment was like no feeling I've ever even had before until that point, for being an 11-year-old. So I saw him do this, and I walked over to the kid and I said, hey, if you kill another frog, we're going to have a huge problem, you and I. Do not kill any more frogs. And it was probably the most serious moment of my life up until that point also, because again, it's taking lives, taking frogs' lives. So was I scared? Was I a little bit nervous? Absolutely, because I was already filled with emotions because the frogs were being killed. Plus, I was nervous because the kid was a little bit bigger, a little bit older, and he had a stick and he's doing this. So there's a certain energy about him that could be a little bit scary. But it didn't matter, because the feeling that I had to protect the frogs, that desire was greater than the fear that I had of this kid potentially pushing me or trying to fight me. And obviously I was able to tell the kid, don't do that again. You better not kill any more frogs, because of the confidence that I had in myself through all the years of training jiu-jitsu, through all the days of, being told, stay in your room or go to class. In a way, I was a little bit forced to go to class, which I'm grateful that I was, and I was able to, for all I know, save 10, 20 frogs, because the kid did walk away, he did leave the swamp, so it was a huge victory for me to stand up for what is right. So whether it's a kid being bullied or a frog, insert yourself.
100%, you guys. Thank you, for sharing that story. I had a chance to go over there, and there's hundreds of kids being entered from CTCs all over the world, and we're proud to announce that both winners of the Gracie Bullyproof t-shirt autographed by me and Hidon are Morgan and Lauren from the Certified Training Center in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Morgan and Lauren, congratulations. We're going to personalize and sign these. I'm not going to sign this one because I don't know your size yet, but what you're going to do is your mom or dad's going to email us. We're going to get the correct sizing. Talk to Jeff and George. They have my email address. They're amazing up there, by the way. Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, CTC. Congratulations, Jeff and George, on all the great work. Morgan and Lauren, you're going to get hooked up. We're going to autograph it, and you can wear this shirt to school. And the beauty of this is that, listen, you walk to school with this shirt on. You think the bully wants some of this or no?
I don't think anybody's in school right now. But the point is that, yes, when you do end up going to school, who knows, maybe somebody will ask, especially if you're in a grade where they can read this. They're going to ask, what does bullyproof mean? And then you, as a bullyproof student,
you just go like this, you just go like this.
No, you don't go like that.
You just smile.
You don't just smile. You smile when you say, you want to learn what bullyproof is? I'll show you. Give me your parents' phone number, and you have your parents call their parents, and before you know it, there are more kids in your school learning jiu-jitsu, and then before you know it, this whole bullying epidemic is just gone. Because how can anybody bully anybody if everybody's learning jiu-jitsu?
Because bullyproof doesn't just mean you're able to defend against a bully. Bullyproof means you are also not a bully. So if everyone was bullyproof, there would be no bullying. Because doing jiu-jitsu is one of the most humanizing, activities one can engage in. Even people who come to class who are bullies, they become more gentle, more respectful, more disciplined through jiu-jitsu than they were before they did jiu-jitsu. So, congratulations, Morgan and Lauren. We're going to hook you guys up. For everyone else, right now during coronavirus season right now, which is ridiculous, we're doing 20% off all CTC students for anything online at gracieuniversity.com. We're going to run this until, this is not going to be announced publicly. CTC FAM. CTC FAM. All of you guys get 20% off the Gracie store until this is over. Buy gis, buy t-shirts, whatever you want, get on the store, enjoy. You guys are home, so if you need any equipment or gear, or you just feel like buying because you're depressed that you can't go outside, all those are good enough reasons.
Don't buy because you're depressed.
Buy because you're excited.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, CTC fam, Morgan and Lauren, your shirts are coming your way. Everyone else, we'll see you guys next Saturday. Chances are we'll do it around the same time. This was very fun for us. We hope you guys had as much fun. Leave in the comments your guys' thoughts. Any suggestions you have, we'll try to bump the audio a little bit next time. We're going to do our best. But other than that, you guys, we had a blast. And if you practice these techniques, you're going to get a check mark on your card when you get back to class. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Adults, we're starting in 10 minutes.